Hello everyone, welcome to this video where I'm going to be predicting the World Cup. Alright, so starting in Group A, we have Mexico, South Korea, Czechia, and South Africa. I have Mexico finishing top because they're just host and they're probably second best here, but I think host gives them a big advantage. South Korea's probably the best. Um, I think Sun and Hwang Hee-chan and players like that are good, but I don't know if they can win a World Cup group like Mexico could. Czechia, team from Europe, they obviously will do well. And then South Africa, I think they steal some points, but I don't think they do anything crazy. Group B, Switzerland, they're a European giant, if you like to say it or not. Canada, a host nation, but not as good as Switzerland. And then there's Bosnia, which is a European team, definitely could get out of this group. And then Qatar, I don't think they're anywhere near ready to get out of a World Cup group. Now, this is where I think my takes could get a bit controversial. I have Brazil and Morocco tying on 7 points. And I have Scotland finishing third and Haiti finishing fourth. Haiti, we all know that they're gonna finish last. Like, come on, their first World Cup appearance in over 40 years, 50 years, something like that. Scotland, they're making the World Cup for the first time since 1998, but their national team has guys like Scott McTominay and Andrew Robertson, new Tottenham player, one of my favorite teams. Or actually, one of my favorite teams, my favorite team. Along with Tottenham Hotspur and Houston Dynamo, I mean. That was weird. But Brazil and Morocco, this is where everything is a little closer. Morocco are AFCON champions, kind of. Allegedly. I don't really know what to say there. I don't want to get in trouble. Brazil is like, aren't they current Copa America champions? They probably aren't. Did they lose? I think it was Argentina, yeah. It's Argentina. But they're still good. They're still one of the favorites. But their fullbacks are not good enough. Alright, now in Group D, this is where things can get a bit biased. I have USA winning the group. I do think they're the best team in this group. They're also hosts. But Turkey, any of these teams can put a challenge. But I think Turkey is the biggest one. And I feel bad for putting Paraguay and Australia on such low points in this group. But it just feels like that's kind of how it's going to go. And then Group E. Germany, Ecuador, Ivory Coast, Curacao. Curacao finishes last because they're the smallest nation to ever make a World Cup. This is their debut. They're in such a hard group. Germany are one of the best teams in Europe, and they have a lot of pressure on their backs that they really have to win and get at least to like quarterfinals. And then there's Ecuador with a really good defense. And Ivory Coast, who's a little bit more balanced, but I don't think they're as good as Ecuador is. So that's why I have this about 9-4-4-0. Group F. This was really hard to predict. I put Netherlands on 9 points. We all knew that. We all knew this. We all know this. Because Netherlands is a European giant. They're really good. And they have Mickey Van de Ven, Virgil van Dijk, Van Hecke. I don't remember who their right back is, but that's like 3 Premier League players. I think it's Denzel Dumfries. So 3 Premier League players and a Real Madrid player. That's a really good defense. They have some really good attackers and some midfielders. Their goalkeepers were their worst, but it's still not bad. Japan, they're really stacked when it comes to like eight against Asia teams, and they also have done well in the last World Cup, and they've been good ever since that World Cup has started. So like I'm really interested to see how they play. I think they could be better than Netherlands. Sweden, I have them third. They're not they're not gonna do well in this group. They could do well in almost any other group except for this one. Tunisia, they're not gonna get out of this group. Yeah, just like no. Group G, I have Belgium finishing on 9 points. As weird as that sounds, since they don't deserve this, they got way too easy of a group for some reason. This is where it's a little controversial. New Zealand getting out on 4 points. I'm sorry, but I don't see a world where they don't make it, actually. Because Egypt is not going to be good. Iran, I think they're going to make it, but I don't think they're going to be that good. They're in a really easy group. They should be doing better, but I'm going to say that. Because they're not going to be as good as they normally are. And I think New Zealand are going to step up. Spain, Euros champions, favorite to win the World Cup. They're not going to concede a single goal here. They have an easy group. Uruguay is a little hard, but they're not going to get destroyed or anything. Cape Verde, they're one of the teams in Africa I'm excited to watch, and I think they're going to beat Saudi Arabia. And I don't think Saudi Arabia is good at all. But I think Cape Verde, if you let them cook on their day, they're going to be good. Group I. France and Norway are going to finish on 7 points. That is a hot take, but I think Norway are going to do well. Erling Haaland is good. And France has good players all over the place. Senegal is going to make it out because they're way better than Iraq. Group J, Argentina, current World Cup champions and Copa America champions. 9 points. They'll be fine in this group. Austria, I know putting them on 4 seems a bit low, but they'll be fine. And Algeria on 2 points, tying Jordan is definitely probably not a popular prediction, but I feel like it's gonna happen because Jordan's gonna do something so weird and it's gonna work. I know that's how it works. Okay, so this Group K. Portugal and Colombia are both finishing on 7. I have Colombia getting a draw against Portugal because I feel like Portugal just won't get everything right. I know they won the Nations League against Spain on penalties, and they're good. They have Ronaldo and Leao and all these players. I know Leao punched a player and he might get suspended, but like he is a big name to mention. But I think Colombia know what to do in a World Cup situation in a group like this. Congo, they only made it because of the intercontinental playoffs, but I do think they're better than Uzbekistan, so yeah. Uzbekistan, decent Asian team, interesting defense, but can't say anything too good about them. England, Croatia finishing on 7th again, or 7 points as well. This is the most clear cut 7 points each I've put because these two teams are so like neck and neck when it comes to their talent. I love Harry Kane, my favorite player. I really hope he gets something from this World Cup, since this might be his last good opportunity. But then there's Croatia. They're definitely a European giant like England is. and Panama and Ghana. Panama's a CONCACAF giant, but CONCACAF isn't that great. And then Ghana's a African giant, but Africa's not great. And then we'll go into the knockouts because Czechia, Ivory Coast, Iran, Scotland, Senegal, DR Congo, Bosnia Herzegovina, and Cape Verde are going through. Paraguay, Sweden, Algeria, Panama are out. Okay, so you're gonna get to see the round of 16 predictions a little early, but Germany beats Scotland. This is an obvious one. France beats Cape Verde, another obvious one. I think Canada beats South Korea on penalties. I think Netherlands beats Morocco in a really close game, maybe even extra time. Colombia beats Croatia in extra time. Spain destroys Austria. USA beats Bosnia and Herzegovina. Czechia gets an upset against Belgium. Brazil beats Japan. Norway wins because of Erling Haaland. Mexico hosts. They get a big win. England gets a massive win. Argentina wins. Turkey wins. Switzerland wins. And Portugal wins a close game. I'll keep it here for now. Germany beats France in a really good matchup. Netherlands beats Canada. I know the host Canada, they're going to be interesting this World Cup, but they're not going to beat the Netherlands. Spain beats Colombia. Spain are the favorites, and they're going to win this World Cup anyway. USA are going to beat Czechia. Biased or not. Norway is going to beat Brazil. I'm saying that because I think Norway's just going to score a lot of goals. England is going to win against Mexico. I know Mexico are at home, but England is just so much better. This is the end of the road from Mexico. Turkey beats Argentina. I know this is a big upset, but trust me, I have a feeling. And I'm saying this is on penalties, by the way. Portugal will beat Switzerland, and that will not be close. All right, now quarterfinals. Do not look at this. You're gonna call me crazy. Netherlands beats Germany. Spain beats the United States. It's the end of the road for the United States and Germany. The United States is on a Cinderella run, but they won't make it because they're hosts, but this is like Russia getting to the quarterfinals in 2018. Norway will beat England. I know this is crazy, but I think Erling Haaland will make England regret not doing better to get him. And then Turkey will beat Portugal. Yes, this is making the semifinals a bit weak, but I think Turkey will actually do something in this World Cup. And here's what I put for the semifinals. Spain and Turkey to win. Turkey is going to be good this World Cup, I know. And Norway, I think Holland will slow down at some point. And Netherlands will win the third place game. And Spain will beat Turkey in the final by a lot. I don't really know for other predictions, and I'm not gonna do it, but I think that's a good prediction. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and comment, and share this video. Bye.